Hello, media and design folks, and welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick review of the final assignments or all of the assignments due for fourth quarter and sort of explain where everything is at and how to find it, etc. And how far back as far as the dates are concerned, where you can locate everything. Some of you may not realize what certain assignments counted towards your fourth quarter grade. Okay, let's go all the way back to your mid-year art portfolio. Now, initially, I even thought that this was going to be put on your third quarter grade, but some policy changes came out during those first couple weeks, and they said that we could not put anything that we sent home on your third quarter grade. Instead, it had to be on fourth quarter grade. And as you see now, how everything is played out for fourth quarter, I hope that by this point you have read some of those policies, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a sec. But all of that stuff that we did during third quarter and I sent home with you to work at home had to be postponed to your fourth quarter grade. So yes, this was third quarter work for your mid-year art portfolio and your sketchbook prompts 1 and 2. However, due to policy change, I had to wait to put it on your fourth quarter grade. So those are all down, and that's it's back from early April when we officially restarted April 6th, but I did send it home on March 13th, and I just retie it during that April 6th date. That way we didn't deal with any new stuff, and you had plenty of time to work on it, and a month really to work on it. Okay, so that's that mid-year portfolio stuff. Hopefully you already completed that. That was worth the project grade. Then you also had 2 weeks worth of sketchbook prompts. So the first week of sketchbook prompts, I was looking for you to complete 3 prompts. It is the same stuff that we've been working on all year, and you just picked 3 new prompts and then took a picture of those prompts and uploaded it. If you did not have the prompts handouts anymore, you could either print it out or just use some scrap paper, sketchbook paper, whatever you have at home. So the next thing was the second week of sketchbook prompts, and that I just said, give me 2 prompts for that week. And then same thing, just pick 2 prompts you like to draw and upload it. So those were the 2 things that I had sent home, or really the 3 things that I sent home. So the mid-year art portfolio assignments, and then the week 1 and week 2 prompts. Okay, so if you're still looking for that, you can still turn that in all the way up until May 29th. But here's the thing. So this stuff is like long past due, and as per policy, there is no penalty on late work. So usually I would take off 5-10 points depending how far back it goes, but there's no penalty. You just get it done, you turn it in, follow directions. Now you can get penalized for incompletion, but or not turning anything in. But as far as turning in late, you don't get penalized for that. But for May 29th is the last day you can turn in anything for your fourth quarter grade. Speaking of which, make sure that you take the time to just look at these grading policy changes. This was sent out by NCDPI, by the state, and then this was a condensed version of it. The one I read was not broken down this simply, but take a look at that so you understand what your rights are as a student, and how everything has been laid out for you. And really, it's a win-win situation. You have several different options to choose, and I've been collecting those options by the grade improvement survey. It's a non-graded category. However, I do need you to complete this survey so that I know what to put down for your fourth quarter grade. Whether that be you decide to just go with your grade up until March 13th, and close out your grade, or whether you decide to try and raise your grade and thus raising your GPA by continuing and completing all of your assignments. Once again, you have until May 29th for fourth quarter assignments. Nobody would really withdraw in this class. but you would either kind of go with those two options. Okay, so here's all the stuff that I posted that was officially for the fourth quarter assignments. But like I said, the other stuff was third quarter stuff, but I wasn't allowed to, per policy changes, I wasn't allowed to put it on your third quarter grade. So that's where you're like, well, we did that a long time ago. I thought that was third quarter. Nah, couldn't do it. Okay, so for your fourth quarter projects, you have a few smaller assignments that the first two ed puzzles, I just counted those as quiz grades. And that was just, you looking at the videos, answering a few questions. So you want to make sure you complete those two assignments. And then your first project was that for your first photo project one was the family portrait, either via through a window or a doorway. So hopefully you already have that turned in. But like I said, I've already gone through and graded a lot of this stuff. So if you are turning in stuff late, I'm not even gonna click, I don't know who it is. But if you are turning stuff in late, please send me an email, because for some reason, Google Classroom is not sending teachers alerts, at least not in Durham County. I don't know if they're having issues across the board. But it used to send you a notification when someone turned in an assignment, but I don't know if they just deactivated that feature of Google Classroom, so the program would still run smoothly now that the whole country seems to be using Google Classroom or Canvas. So I don't know why it's not sending us alerts, but it's not. So if you turn in stuff late, I do not know unless I like physically click on it and say, oh, somebody turned something in. So after the Photo 1 project, you had this is a review. You had the instructions for the Photo 2 Art History Challenge, which was like the Getty Challenge. It is the Getty Challenge. So you had that video to watch and looking at the slides as well. But I posted an instructional video, and then I also posted your slides. And then I asked you to pick so you pick what artist you would like to use, and you just needed to put it in the comment section. And once again, like when your people are adding comments like that, I am not getting the comments unless I physically go in and look at it. So if you did it like really late after the due date, or if you did it past the due date, just shoot me an email and let me know that you turned something in. Or else I probably will not see it unless I physically go back and take a look. So this was also some Photo 2 instructions, an instructional video, and showing you different examples. Okay, so I also, let's go back. So the art history slides, a lot of them, a few people have turned this up early and they look amazing. I'm so excited for this lesson and different ways that you interpret these different works, and don't stress about it. Like, just work with what you got. It doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I don't have that exact color or that exact jacket or whatever. Try and get close to it. Just look at these examples. Everybody that's turning stuff thus far has got straight hundreds. They've done an excellent job. Just take a look at what some of your other classmates have done as well, and don't feel overwhelmed by this at all. Just have fun with it, whatever you can do. There's also a 7th grade one I need to show you too, that it was really neat how she interpreted the original piece and then turned it into or found a creative way to interpret the piece by using crayons. Let me just show you really quick what the 7th grader did. I just thought it was super neat. Looks like some other folks turned this up. I didn't even check that yet. Okay, so I thought this one was really cool. So this is a Keith Haring piece, and she decided to break up crayons, and it looks like she wrote on a board or some paper to express this composition, and I thought that was very creative. So you can either use text objects. You can use and stage a person. It doesn't have to be yourself. It could be someone else. But I just, just have fun with it. Don't stress about it. It is due this Friday, but like I said, I don't remember if I said it in this video or another video I tried to record. You have until the 29th to turn in all your fourth quarter assignments. After the 29th, it's a done deal. The following week, we'll be locking in your grades and you'll be getting report cards soon. So, you just want to check and make sure that you have everything you need. I also did post the final assignments list. So just kind of going over all that stuff now and just making sure you know how to navigate. Like I said, that old week 1, week 2 sketchbook stuff, that was the stuff I sent home on March 13th. That's at the bottom of your classwork. Just turn in something. And then that mid-year art portfolio, if you turn any of that old stuff in, just hit me an email. I'll be trying to check it constantly, especially for the ninth graders. Ninth graders are my main concern because you guys are working towards your GPA. And then there's 2 Edpuzzle videos. One of them is really short. It was like 2 minutes, was the photographer one. So really quick. The history of photography one is a little more extensive. It's about 15 minutes, but well worth it. It's very good, informative information about the trail and how photography started. And a lot of you will be taking photography next year or next school year. And so you've already hopefully completed your photo 1 project with your family. The photo 2 project was the art history class slides. So you just find your name. If you don't see your name on there, shoot me an email, because if you turned in your artist pick, your name should be on there. Then we already did the art history pick. Then you have one more Edpuzzle number 3, the 4 steps, and make sure you get that survey done. And then that's it. So hopefully, like all of this, a lot of this chunk, except maybe the last 2 things, you've already gotten done. But if you're like, oh man, I think I turned in 1 week of sketchbook prompts and not the other week, go ahead and get that done. You have until next Friday. And then I'll be, that's it. I'll be closing out grades. So let me just double check. I think I went over everything and showed you where everything is at. So your final assignments, this is where you'll find that last Edpuzzle video, instructions for the last project, and then your pick. Most of you should have already picked already. And then this is where you upload the art history class slides, is where you upload your imagery and can put that general information down. Alrighty then, well, I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and just hit me up. Please do not hesitate. You are not bothering me. Do not hesitate to hit me up via email. Pay attention to those office hours. I'll be having my last round of office hours next week. Monday's a holiday, so I won't be hosting office hours on Monday. But the rest of the week, those office hours are open. But then you also can always shoot me an email. And then if it needs to lead to, like, if we need to have a personal one-on-one, quick Google Meets or Google Zoom meeting where I can show you and help you navigate, that's fine as well. I just want to make sure, you're a successful startup. So my mouth is dry. But anyway, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and hit me up and if you need any help. And good luck with the last bit of work you need to do to finish out your fourth quarter. All right, take care.